As chaos erupted around them, the red-haired leader tried to calm one of her male teammates, who was arguing that they should leave Lin Yi to save themselves. He coldly said that life and death were up to fate, and if they didn't leave right away, they would all die with her. He reminded her that they were all just people who had met by chance, and that she was being too emotional. This cold, practical view, however, only made the leader angrier. She shoved him aside, shouting that she would not leave her teammate, even if it meant going against the rest of them. From his clifftop spot, Fang Yi watched the scene. He knew his cousin, still just a student, was probably unaware of how much danger she was in as she remained weak in her meditative state. The vine's power was overwhelming, and he wasn't sure if even he could save her with his current strength. But he knew he had to act fast, as the tendrils were already starting to crush her protective barrier. He clenched his fist, a golden aura flaring around him. He had made a promise to his aunt to take care of her, and a promise made must be kept. The red-haired leader jumped into action, leaping through the grabbing vines to reach Yi Yi. She landed a powerful kick against one of the tendrils, breaking it with the force of the hit. But her victory didn't last long. Dozens more vines shot out, wrapping around her and trapping her completely. Just as the vines were about to crush her, Yi Yi's protective shield finally broke. But before the monstrous plant could grab its new victims, Fang Yi stepped in. Leaping through the air, he sent out 2 arcs of bright golden energy from his sword. The rest of Yi Yi's squad could only watch in horror, screaming her name as they saw her shield break. A massive, fiery, phoenix-shaped blast of energy shot down from the sky, hitting the mass of vines with explosive force. Fang Yi landed gracefully in the now cleared area, a small pillar of golden flame rising from the ground where he stood, having saved both his cousin and her brave leader just in time. As Fang Yi floated in a bright aura of golden light, just his presence was enough to overwhelm the deathly vine. The surviving members of the pioneer squad watched in stunned silence as the monstrous plant, which had just been moments from killing them all, stopped its attack and began to pull back from the overwhelming yang energy. The tendrils pulled back from the intense light, hissing and dissolving as they retreated. As Fang Yi came down, surrounded in a radiant glow, the pioneers could only cover their eyes from the blinding light, barely able to understand what was happening. The practical male pioneer who had suggested leaving Yi Yi was completely shocked, questioning if this newcomer was another pioneer. The red-haired leader, just as stunned, recognized the power for what it was, the purest form of the yang attribute. She knew that only a high-tier power of this level could possibly push back such a powerful, life-draining monster. The male pioneer had a crisis of confidence. He had always thought of himself as extremely talented, having reached the 3-star Ghost Axe realm in a very short time, a feat few in the country could match. He knew that even the talented Lin Yi Yi's skill barely matched his own, and yet this mysterious stranger was on a completely different level. He looked down at his own hands, then up at the glowing figure on the clifftop, feeling completely insignificant. If pioneers like that existed, he wondered, then what were they? The newcomer hadn't just beaten him, he had beaten all of them with his pure, overwhelming power. As Fang Yi stood bathed in the golden light of his power, his system activated. It had detected the extreme wood attribute from the deathly vine and had started the auto-writing process, quickly finishing a new technique. The system window then showed the details of his new ability. Endless Vitality, a technique that could instantly absorb all nearby life force to quickly heal injuries. As the power of the vine flowed into him, he was surrounded in a surge of green, life-giving energy. He was amazed at the incredible wood attribute technique he had just gotten, realizing that as long as there was life nearby, he now had what was basically a non-stop energy-absorbing engine.